of cold butter that I cut into cubes. This you do want this cold, because if not, when you go to blend it, you're going to end up with a paste and not a streusel. So they're all in there, one big dump. Here we go. Again, you don't want a paste. And you do want some lumps of butter in there. Here we go. You can see, I don't know if you can see the lumps of butter in there. That's fine. That's going to be really nice when you put that on your cake or on your muffins or whatever. So that's our basic streusel, and we can put this aside, and then we'll go ahead and make the cake. I'm going to make a cream cheese pound cake. It is a pound cake recipe. We're going to treat it like a Bundt cake. We're going to make a few changes to it. It's a very easy recipe, and it's a very rich recipe. We're going to start off with, I have 8 ounces of cream cheese and 3 sticks, which is a 1.5 cups of butter. That's a lot of fattening stuff, but this is a really good and very tender cheesecake. Okay. And to that, we're going to add 3 cups of sugar. I'm going to get that started on the mixer to get it creamed. Oops, I need this, don't I? Okay. And to that, I'm going to add some vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Pure vanilla, please. It's a little generous. I let it overflow, but it really makes it taste delicious. And we want to really cream this up well. We're going to make these into mini Bundt cakes. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Okay. Now I'm going to start adding 6 whole eggs. And there's 6. And what I'm going to do is something I always like to do when I'm baking things. I'm going to take it off and scrape down the sides, because I can see a lot of the butter is way up on the side of the pan, and it's not getting blended with the sugar and the eggs. And we want it to be as smooth as possible. Okay. Back on the mixer before we start adding our flour. And by the way, we're going to add 3 cups of flour, just plain all-purpose flour. And to that, I've added a teaspoon of salt. Start adding our flour. Don't want to add too much at a time, because as you can see, it just comes back up at you. I do have one of those guards that you can put on here that has a chute that you can put the flour down, but this is really just as easy. This recipe I got from a very good friend of mine named Pam. And I'm not really sure where she got it from. I think her sister gave it to her or something. It's been around. It's really such a good, it's delicious, just plain as it is. You don't need anything on it. You don't need any powdered sugar, any frosting or anything. But we are going to dress it up today with that streusel we made. And we'll show you another option you can do too, if you want. The good thing about a streusel is then you don't have to make any kind of a frosting later, because it's got so much stuff going for it. All right. All right. What I'm going to do right now is clear up the decks and get my pans, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to fill the pans and get them in the oven. All right, we're ready to assemble our pound cakes. I told you we were going to make mini ones. They come in, you can buy these online in a lot of places. You can buy these in a lot of the large discount stores. I've seen these, or the big craft stores. You can get these just about anywhere nowadays. I'm starting with 8. This is an awful lot of batter. I'm probably going to need more. And if I do, I have a couple more over here. I usually make this in one big pound cake and not as little ones. I thought little ones would be fun today. So I'm going to fill about a third of the way up on the little ones. Just a little bit more. Take my little offset and just spread it around. And I have my streusel from before. So I'm going to put some streusel in there. And then add a little bit more of the pound cake mixture. You don't want to fill this to the top, but about 3/4 of the way up. Maybe a little bit more. I think I put a little bit too much in there. But I can always take a little bit out. So that's about as full as you want them. That's still going to dome on you. Let's do another one. I'm not going to bore you by doing all 8 of them in front of you, but I do want to show you another option. My oven in this case is heating to 325. Now, if I were baking this in a big pan, again, I would go for that 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes probably, because it being a big cake. These being little ones, I think the last time we made them in little ones, they were about 32 minutes, but I'd start checking at 28. Now, here's another option. I have here some seedless strawberry jam, just the regular kind you buy in the store that you would put on toast. And I'm going to put a little bit in there instead of the streusel this time. Just a little bit more. Try to keep it away from the edges. Try to keep it in the center of it. Then we're going to put some more of this on. You know what I'm going to do with these? I didn't think about that, but I think I'm going to, because I have so much streusel, I think I'm going to put streusel on the tops of all of them too. That way when I turn them out, I can turn them right side up, and who doesn't want more streusel? I'll even do that with the streusel one. Kind of pat it down so it sticks in. Now I'm just going to keep filling these up until they're all filled, and then we'll get them in the oven. Well, I've used up all the batter. As you can see, there are quite a few of these mini pound cakes. Now, these make great gifts, like for teachers, neighbors. Just get those plastic bags, you put them in, and cello bags, and then put a nice bow on them at the holidays, and you have a great gift. And at the suggestion of our camera guy, who is also my husband, editor, and co-producer, we left one without streusel topping on the top, just to see how it would come out without the streusel topping. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the Bundt cakes, and I happen to have 2 of these little pans. So we have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we're going to put these in the oven, 325, for approximately 32 minutes. Like I said, I'm going to check it at 30, and we'll see how done they are. And I'll show you how cute they are when they're done. Well, here are our small pound cakes, the first ones. The second batch is still in the oven. They're looking good. I let them sit in their pans for about 10 minutes to cool down. You can see I can actually pick up the pan right now. It's warm, but it's not blazing hot. And now we're going to unmold them. There you have one. There's 2. You can see how cute these are. These would be really great. Here's that one without the streusel on top. And we're just going to keep unmolding them. And these are them. And then when they're really cooled off, you can put one on a plate. I don't want to put it on here for too long because this is very, very hot. And just serve it individually to a person. Or like I said, you can get those cellophane bags and wrap them up with a pretty bow and make them gifts for the holidays. I hope you try them. They're really, really good.